Freed from Russian prisons, these Americans are right now on a plane heading back to the United States. They include Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich and Paul Whelan, a former U.S. Marine who has been jailed in Russia for more than 5 years.
It's all part of a historic agreement between the U.S. and Russia and several other nations in the biggest prisoner exchange since the Cold War. And Eyewitness News reporter Michelle Fisher is here with reaction to the prisoner swap and just when those Americans will be back on U.S. soil. Michelle?
Well, David, this is an historic deal. 24 prisoners total exchanged over several months-long negotiations involving 7 countries. The White House today releasing those first images of 3 of the 4 freed American prisoners, Wall Street Journal reporter Evan Gershkovich, former U.S. Marine Paul Whelan, and Alsu Kurmasheva, a Russian-American journalist, all smiling on board that plane en route now to the United States. Another photo showing the group speaking on the phone with President Joe Biden, holding an American flag also, and another photo that was taken after their release. Now, Russia released 16 prisoners total as part of this deal, 4 Americans, 5 Germans, and 7 Russian citizens who were political prisoners. President Biden sharing details today from the White House.
It says a lot about the United States that we work relentlessly to free Americans who are unjustly held around the world. It also says a lot about us that this deal includes the release of Russian political prisoners. They stood up for democracy and human rights. Their own leaders threw them in prison. The United States helped secure their release as well. That's who we are in the United States.
8 Russians are being sent back in response. Now, there are still Americans being held in Russia. One of them is a Southern California woman, Ksenia Karelina, who was arrested in February while visiting family and is accused of raising money for weapons and ammunition for Ukraine. Her family says she made a single $50 donation to a Ukrainian group, and she is now scheduled for her next court appearance in Russia next week. If convicted, she faces 20 years in prison. White House officials say the freed Americans are relatively healthy. President Joe Biden and Kamala Harris are set to meet with the 3 of those 4 freed prisoners at Joint Base Andrews tonight when they land back on American soil in a couple of hours just before midnight Eastern time. David?
Yeah, what a moment that's going to be, Michelle. In the meantime, news that Evan Gershkovich is coming home, greeted with tears of joy in the central New Jersey town where he grew up. His former neighbor and high school soccer coach reacting to his release today.
I gasped so loud that my husband, who was driving the car, practically went off the road because he thought, you know, a truck was getting ready to hit us or something. Because my reaction was just like, you know, I was just so excited because we've been wondering when this would happen.
It really is. It really is great news. It couldn't be better. I think August 1st, 2024 will be an important date for a lot of people. It's such a great day for many reasons for me personally, and this being absolutely, at the top.
Evan Gershkovich's former Princeton high school soccer coach Wayne Sutcliffe says his town is planning a welcome home event for the Wall Street Journal reporter later on this month.
Hello, I'm Mark Brown. Get more great ABC7 content by clicking the subscribe button for our YouTube channel and download the ABC7 Los Angeles streaming app on Fire TV, Android TV, Apple TV, and Roku to watch on your TV.